From the battlefields of World War I to the decisive clashes of World War II, German tanks have struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. What made these machines so terrifying? Today, we dive into the shocking evolution of German tanks, from the clunky A7V to the unstoppable Tiger to the sleek and deadly Panther. It all started with the A7V, Germany's first-ever tank, a lumbering beast, more like a steel box on tracks than the deadly war machines of later years. With a crew of 18, it was a mechanical nightmare. Only 20 were ever made, and when it faced the British Mark IV, it was more of a sitting duck than a predator. Before we move on, hit that like button if you're fascinated by these early war machines. Fast forward to World War II. Enter the Tiger I, the beast that changed everything. With its 88mm gun, it could destroy enemy tanks before they even saw it coming. But its biggest enemy wasn't on the battlefield. It was its own weight and complexity. One breakdown could leave it stranded, and that happened often. On the battlefield, it was a nightmare for the Allies. Imagine being a Sherman tank commander, knowing your shots bounce off its armor while its shells tear through yours like paper. Comment below. If you were in a Sherman facing a Tiger, what would you do? Fight or flee? And then came the Panther, a tank so advanced it inspired designs for decades to come. Sleek, deadly, and versatile, it combined the firepower of the Tiger with the agility of lighter tanks. But early models were plagued with mechanical issues. The Battle of Kursk, a disaster for the Panther's debut. Despite its rocky start, the Panther became one of the most feared tanks of the war. Over 6,000 were built, and they dominated battlefields on both the eastern and western fronts. Its sloped armor and powerful 75mm gun made it a tank ahead of its time. Was it better than the Soviet T-34? That's a debate for the ages. Drop your thoughts in the comments. The evolution of German tanks, from the experimental A7V to the mighty Tiger and the revolutionary Panther, shaped the future of warfare in ways no one could have imagined. Which of these tanks was the most terrifying? If you loved this deep dive, smash that like button